Every couple gets into negative cycles. The most important thing is knowing how to get out of it. The more you practice getting out of the cycle, the less often it will happen. The key to breaking the cycle is learning to express your vulnerable feelings and to respond to your mate's vulnerability with empathy. We've got 3 simple steps. Recognize the cycle, decide to discontinue, and then re-engage, including what you need to say. Step 1. Recognize the cycle. The first step in breaking the cycle is to recognize when you're repeating it right at the moment it's happening. And it doesn't matter who notices first. Simply say, "We're doing it again." No one is blamed because the cycle is something you created together. Step 2. Decide to discontinue. Tell your mate you need a timeout to gather your thoughts. Be sure to let him or her know when you will return, such as in 10 minutes, an hour, or maybe tomorrow. It works best, of course, if you both agree that you're repeating the cycle. But one of you may desperately want to continue because taking a timeout feels like abandonment, and it actually increases your anxiety. That's why you must always tell your mate when to expect your return, that you'll continue the discussion. Then make absolutely sure that you do. Step 3. Re-engage. Thank your mate for waiting. If your emotions are still running on high speed, you can ask for more time. Just be specific. Return when you say you will. Now, for what to say? Your task is to describe what you were feeling: angry, sad, hurt, afraid, guilty, ashamed. Then describe your defensive impulse that helped drive the cycle. Finally, tell your mate what you had wanted and hoped for. When blank, I felt blank. What I really wanted and hoped would happen was blank. Now, if you're the one who's listening, take time to replay what your mate said before you respond. So you're saying, when you felt blank and wanted to blank, what you really wanted and hoped would happen was blank. Did I get that right? Did I miss anything? When your mate feels understood, you can use the same format to respond with what was happening for you. Then he or she will replay what you said. So what makes this work? It's a simple process, but it's not easy. Why? Because you're both emotional, even if one of you appears to be rational. How to stop the cycle from happening? You won't, but you can decrease the number of times it happens and how long it lasts. Does this whole thing sound silly and awkward? Yeah, it does. But before you can break the cycle, you must first slow it down. A high-speed train will jump the tracks rather than change tracks. So slow it down.